In today's video, we are going to take a look at the ad creative of an up-and-coming D2C brand, Equal Parts. We're going to talk about what's working, what's not working, what could be better, all of the things. But in the meantime, I'm Meredith, the creative director at Biddyco, and we help e-commerce companies scale their paid traffic. So let's look at these ads. So just to give you a little bit of a backstory, I'm going to try and make this as short as I can, but the brand is called Equal Parts, and what they do is they sell stovetop and kitchen essentials. So we're talking like pots, pans, they've got a knife, cutting boards, all of that. And what they are is the brainchild of a branding company, which if you're in the e-commerce space, you should know who they are, Gin Lane. They shut their doors, I think it was last year, and they opened up a product shop called Pattern. And Equal Parts is the first brand that they have launched underneath that new name. And so we're huge fans of Gin Lane. We have a couple clients that have worked with them in the past. So we were very excited to see this come across our news feeds. So if you don't know, it is possible to look into brands' ad libraries. And we've done, videos about how to do that, so I'm not going to tell you how to do that here. But we are going to dive into their ad library and just kind of poke around. I want to preface all of this by saying, I don't know what the analytics are behind any of this creative, okay? So remember, again, I do not know what the numbers are behind any of these images, GIFs that I'm about to talk about. So that being said, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm a creative director. I'm just going to look at what I think an ad can do and how much further it can push. And what I'm always looking at is an ad, is it clear? And then is it clever? Always you want to be looking at clarity over cleverness, but if you are really on the ball and you know your brand, you can usually do both. Okay, so again, remember, I don't know the numbers behind this, but here's what I think. So how this is going to work, I'm going to look at 3 ads and we're going to just dive on in on this first one. So I'm hoping that that's going to come up right here. And now we're looking at it. So if I'm glancing at my computer, I'm looking at the ad. So here we go. So we're going to press play on that. And what you're seeing right now is beautiful knife. We've got, produce, building in, building out, a very simple looped GIF. So from what I know with my clients' campaigns, I've been doing this for over 5 years now, and seeing how the landscape of creative has changed over that 5-year period for Facebook and Instagram ads. This GIF, maybe 3-4 years ago, would have been an absolute knockout. It would have been incredible. It would have been enough to get the job done. In 2020, I think that it's lacking a little bit. And what would I say could be better? Well, let's first start with the copy. So meet your forever cookware, take 15% off your first order, plus free shipping with code COOK15. Okay, you know what? That's not terrible. I'm gonna just hope that this is being run in a retargeting campaign. Again, that's a little aggressive for an awareness campaign because it's really not telling me anything that I need to know. What's the differentiator? What makes this cookware better than the other ones? Why should I be cooking with this? Like, got it, forever cookware. My intention when I buy cookware is to use it as long as I possibly can, so that feels a little flat. But I love a discount. This is a really, really great way, especially within your creative, to bring in first-time customers, especially with a new brand like Equal Parts. Let's look at the visual. Honestly, there's a lot that I really love, and it really doesn't need that much more to take it over the top. So I think that unless your product is doing something really revolutionary, you always need a text overlay. There's really no reason why there shouldn't be one. You want to use as much real estate as you possibly can. So what you could do here would be to use a headline or any type of, benefit, feature, product fact information that is going to, again, encourage and inspire me to click. Obviously, you want your website then to sell the product, but the purpose of an ad is to click. The purpose of an ad is to get somebody to go to your website. So, literally anything. I don't know Equal Parts well enough to just give you some zingers here. But I mean, I don't know. Does the cookware, is it long lasting? And what makes it long lasting? Is there a special additive that, you can add it to the dishwasher and like it's never gonna rust? How many pieces of cookware are there? I'm only seeing a knife. Like, are there more? What makes this, if we're just gonna zero in on the knife, what makes the knife special? Like, is this better than Cutco? Is it gonna last for, 20 years? Can I cut through pennies? I never know why they do that, but it's pretty cool. So like if it could cut through pennies, maybe tell me that. But then don't show vegetables, show pennies. Anyways, I got off topic there. Point is that there should be a little bit more. I don't need to get nitpicky with the image because it is pretty cool. I will say though, not all the vegetables are cut, which kind of feels weird if you're showing a knife. So maybe all of the vegetables should be cut. That's just my own kind of nitty gritty detail. And then let's look at the headline, Elevate Everyday Cooking. And then the subheadline, Let's Get Cooking. Ooh, it feels a little weak. It's not terrible, but it could be stronger. And again, how do we make that stronger? Well, what's the differentiator? What makes this different than any of and all of the other D2C cookware brands that have popped up, like Your Place, Material, all of those right now? Like, how do they measure up? How do they measure up to the Target cookware? What makes it better than what you're getting from your mom who is, got a convection oven and can't use what she used before? Give me more. Give me just a little bit more of a reason to click. So overall, aesthetically, it is beautiful. I do love the light, bright nature of it. And it is striking to have that knife kind of just like chilling in the cauliflower. Otherwise though, I don't really feel inspired to click. And again, it's because I don't know what makes this different. Why should I? Moving on to ad number 2. Okay, so let's pull that up again. Oh, there it is. And we're gonna press play so that you can watch that. I am going to have it pause though so that I can read out some of the text overlays because it goes a little fast and you might miss it. So we're gonna press play, cook Teflon free. We see some cheese. Ooh, cheese is rough for a pan. Okay, let's pause that real quick. And that says natural, non-toxic ceramic cookware. Okay, great. That's an identifier. Ooh, we're gonna add an egg. Oof. Okay, pause that again. No oil required. Ooh, do you see that? I couldn't even read it. And I'm like trying to read it. And I don't think it's because I'm a bad reader. Okay, press play, keep going. Oh man. Okay, pause it one more time. Okay, ooh, you know what? I just want you to notice how close I gotta get into my computer to read this, okay? And I don't wear readers. PFOA and PTFE free cooking. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, keep pressing play. Equal parts, pause. Healthier cooking starts with better cookware. I like that tagline. Okay, that's the ad. Let's start with the copy. Let's start with the body copy, okay? Upgrade your kitchen, keep your meals Teflon free with natural ceramic cookware. Okay, that's pretty strong. I like that it's short, it's succinct, 2 sentences max. I don't ever really suggest going too overboard. There's a couple different strategies you can use with body copy. At the end of the day though, your visual is like the piece de resistance, okay? Like that's the number one, that's what people are gonna see. So make sure whatever your big message is, it's going in that visual piece. Let's talk about the message within the video. What's working? The video itself, the footage is fantastic, okay? Anybody who's cooking, anybody who's going to be attracted to a product like this knows that cheese and eggs are just a friggin' nightmare to cook, okay? I actually don't even know if I have a pan that can do that. So I'm kind of interested. Like, that was very non-stick. Cook Teflon free, not terrible, but if that's gonna be the headline, I'm kind of feeling like all of the supporting copy in that should be focused around the Teflon aspect. And again, let's go to that first one. Get there, get there, get there. Okay. Natural, non-toxic ceramic cookware. That feels a little repetitive. Give me something different. Let me just talk about the text treatment for starters. Creative for advertising on social is different. It does not follow the normal design specifications. I'm sure that there are people who are, graphic designers that work in print and whatnot that are horrified by what we do in social ads. That is way too small. You always have to size down your creative and see what it's going to look like when it actually runs in the newsfeed. So yeah, does it look way prettier? Yeah, of course it does. Smaller always looks kind of nicer and more streamlined. But legibility, clarity, again, is so important. So again, what could they have done if they wanted to keep it this small? Change that font color to something darker so that it's quicker to read, because you saw how many times I embarrassingly had to really get in there to look. Nobody who is scrolling through their feed is ever going to take the time to dig that closely in if it's not legible. They're just not. They're passively scrolling. It's almost like you're trying to get somebody in a moment of relaxation or distraction. Remember that, okay? Don't make it hard for someone to read what you're trying to tell them. And then again, they go in and give a couple more, the no oil required. That's pretty good. I have a big issue though with this last one. Okay, I am a big time home cook. I just am. I have no idea what PFOA or PTE free means. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't care. That means nothing to me. If I don't know what it is, I guarantee most people don't. So this is talking, this is a tactic that I call a 10,000 foot vocabulary, okay? Sometimes when we're building our brand, we get so used to these buzzwords and this more technical, institutional vocabulary that a regular person scrolling through their newsfeed has no idea what the hell we're talking about. But we're like, well, obviously the PFOA and the PTE free, that makes so much sense to us, but does anybody else know what that means? And so whenever you're doing copy for your creative, specifically your ad creative, you have to ask yourself, is this at a C-level understanding? Is somebody who's never been, behind the scenes of our brand gonna understand what some of these, what we think are common words gonna mean? So again, you need to be looking for clarity. I think that with just a couple very, very small tweaks, this could have been an incredible visual ad. I mean, the video itself is very impressive. So again, just let's make the text larger. Honestly, I would have really liked to see it big. A big text overlay, maybe not even, mounting it on a background. But if they are going to mount it on a background, let's make the font a little darker for grandma. And then further, equal parts, shop the small pan, free shipping and returns. Love the subheadline. That's a benefit. That lets me know something more that I don't already know. Free shipping, free returns. If I hate it, I can get it back. Don't put your brand name in your headline. You don't need to. It's already in your handle. Don't be repetitive, especially because if you are a new brand, I get it. You want to create brand recognition. But at the same time, nobody cares. If they don't know who you are and they haven't made an attachment yet, knowing your brand name isn't going to make any difference to them. So maybe just keep it shop the small pan. And we go from there. So yeah, that's ad number 2. Last but not least, we're going to pull up one more ad for number 3. Let's pull that up. Isn't that cool how that happens? I just go whoop and there it is. Okay, so I want to start out by saying that this is by far my favorite one, okay? And I'm going to tell you why in a second. So let's just play that for a quick second. Nonstick ceramic cookware for quick dinners, for date night, for comfort food, for healthier meals. Equal parts. Meet your forever cookware. Okay, and then it loops. Guessing that this is just a simple GIF of some sort. It could be a video, I don't know, it doesn't make a difference. Okay, let's start out with the body copy. Meet your forever cookware, shop nonstick, non-toxic pots and pans. It's not bad. It's not bad. I hope that this is an awareness, because the difference between awareness and retargeting, awareness is introductory. Awareness is the hook, line, sinker. Retargeting, I need more. because if you've already told me it's my forever cookware, it's non-toxic, those are the basics. What are the deep cuts? You know, retargeting is like, what's really going on? Like, why do I need this? So we're just, again, I don't know the data. I don't know. I don't know a lot about these from what I, other than what I see. But this body copy could be a little bit stronger. And why do I say that? Because if you go over to their site, can we do that too? Can we pull up the site? If you go to the site, and let's scroll down to that second kind of page, what makes cooking with equal parts better? Saves space, saves time, cook healthier. Whoa! Those are huge benefits. I haven't heard any of those yet in any of these 3 ads. And that right there already makes me want to buy more than like meet your everyday cookware. I don't care to meet my everyday cookware unless I know it's worth meeting. So what makes this cookware worth meeting? Well, save space, save time, cook healthier. Like, those are things maybe I want to know about. Not even maybe, those are things I do want to know about. So there we go there. Let's look at the image. Okay, I think that this is probably their most effective ad visually in terms of everything that's working. Now, the headline, this is a text treatment that I love. We call this the fill in the blank. So, you match the different fill in the blank with what's going on. Obviously, that's very easy to think about. The one thing that I don't love, though, is that I feel like the cookware isn't necessarily always the star of the show. So if we look at, let me get there on my computer, quick dinners, yes, the cookware is the star of the show. If we go to date night, now I'm looking at those bowls and I'm like, who made those bowls? You know what I mean? When like, let's shift the pot to the middle, because this is the first time I'm seeing the pot. Everything else I've seen so far is just that pan, so I'm used to that pan. Comfort food, that's great. The pan is the star of the show. But then again, we go to healthier meals and the pan kind of loses a little bit. Now I'm looking at that beautiful glassware, more bowls that I'd like to purchase that I'm pretty sure they don't sell. Moral of the story here is make sure that you are showing your customer exactly what it is that you are trying to sell them. Obviously, this comes to when you're taking, lifestyle shots. It's really important. Don't crowd that scene too much with other beautiful doodads that, yes, feel relevant to your brand, but that someone else is going to ask in an ad comment, where's the bowls from? Where can I get the stemware? It's like, it's not a good thing because it happens. And then, you've got to do like arrows that point out what you're talking about. And like, yes, that can work, but, start from the beginning. Let your lifestyle shots be a little bit more clear, and the product should be focused and center stage. And then finally, equal parts, shop cookware. Give me more, give me more. What's the cookware? I mean, they sell so much stuff. And I think especially too, now, looking at the site and knowing how many product SKUs they offer, I have no idea. And this would be a great opportunity to give me that information. Like, outfit your entire kitchen with equal parts. Upgrade every single piece of cookware you own. Just tell me a little more, please, because I think that with just a little bit more intention and a little bit more incentive, these ads could be super, super powerful. The product looks great, and the product imagery is beautiful, and the branding, of course, Jen Lane, is gorgeous. Just needs a little bit more context. So I hope that this was fun to kind of go behind the scenes with me. Again, this is just kind of what I'm seeing from 5 years of, obsessively and religiously creating ad creative for all types of D2C brands. And if after looking this, you're like, wow, she knows a lot. Could she make our ads better? I don't know. Give us a call. I'd love to find out if I can help you. And there's a link below to get in touch with us. Otherwise, I will be back next week with something advertising and e-commerce related, and I will see you then.